Well, welcome to Focus Today. I'm your host, Perry Atkinson, and as you know, today is the second day of our annual Spring Share-a-thon, and it's been a pretty exciting morning as a lot of folks have been calling in, and some have been coming by, some have gone online. And I want to say to all of you who've been calling in and contacting us here at theDove, how truly grateful we are for your partnership in supporting this unique broadcast ministry. We are broadcasting on various platforms, radio, television, and all kinds of digital platforms. And the impact of theDove now is not only regionally, but literally throughout the United States and some places around the world. And it's all because of your support that this is happening. When you support theDove, you're helping us get the gospel out into thousands of lives every hour of the day. And I just want to say thank you. Your partnership means a lot. And what we've been asking you to prayerfully consider helping us with this morning is helping us purchase a very needed piece of equipment. Now, it's kind of a techie thing, but I'll give it to you. It's called a TriCaster high-definition television switcher. And we need to get that purchased and on the way here so we can install it prior to moving the television station from one location to the other. That's number one. Number two, this will upgrade our capacity to high definition, which is significant in today's broadcast world. And it'll certainly help us in our negotiations with satellites. It's one of the things they threw back at us was, well, you're not HD. Well, we're going to be HD. Then that argument goes away. Three, it'll provide us to actually operate more cameras. Right now, we're limited to only 3 or 4 cameras. By this new piece of equipment, we'll be able to operate up to 8, maybe even 16 cameras. And then the other thing that it does, it will help us train students with the latest technology. And that is a big item in what we do here, is be able to train students with the latest technology. So thank you for being a part of that. Last hour, we had a listener and a viewer call in and give us a $2,400 matching gift. And we met that. And I want to say thank you to all of you who called in. Well, guess what? One sparks another. Now, folks, honestly, we don't go looking for this. It's strictly a God thing when it happens, and we pass it on the moment that it happens. But during that last little time of unbelievable amount of phone calls coming in, another person has called in and say, I too will give you $2,400 matching gift. That's right. So we have another $2,400 matching gift right now. And that means if you've been praying about supporting theDove, if you call in with your $10 gift, it becomes 20, your 50 becomes 100, your 100 becomes 200. You can do the math. Whatever you've been praying about supporting theDove with, it will be doubled up to $2,400. That's right, we got a second $2,400, and we already have some folks have called in, so we have $2,200 left on the $2,400 matching gift. So let's light up the phones. Folks, my prayer is this morning that we could take care of this purchase by 9 o'clock this morning. And believe me, with this momentum, I believe we can do it. Would you pray about it and give us a call right now? Here's the phone number, 776-5368. 776-5368, that's the number. And your gift to theDove right now will double. And that is very, very, very important for us to help purchase this piece of equipment. Thank you for that phone call. That means we got 3 other lines available. 776-5368. Your gift will double. Will you call now? Again, the number 541-776-5368. All of this is happening because one of the biggest miracles in 30 years is theDove now is able to purchase its own home. I can't tell you what that means to all of us here at theDove. We've been crammed into this place. We were supposed to be here for 1.5 years. We ended up being here 10 years. And in the meantime, the ministry internally has exploded. We've gone from 1 radio station to 4. We have 6 translators. We're going to add 3 more translators this year. We got into television. And now that's going out on various cable platforms and other ways with Roku and everything else. And coming up in a week or 2, we're going to announce another number for you to receive the Dove TV on. So there's a lot going on, and God has just put his hand on this ministry and it just moved it out into all these platforms. And so getting a new home is a big part of the puzzle. Well, out at our new home this morning is our own Bruce Workman. He's inside the new Dove Live Media Center. That's what we're going to call it, the Dove Live Media Center. And let's see, you are standing in what's going to be one of the television production studios, but behind you is the infamous Dove Cafe, hopefully.
Well, This is interesting that you should bring up the Dove Cafe, because we do have a problem, Perry. I mean, I'm excited to be here, don't get me wrong, but we do have a problem that I need to address.
What's that? An empty coffee cup. An empty coffee.
Oh, that is an empty coffee pot.
Yeah, okay.
And so we need to resolve that.
Okay.
But no, we're yeah, right behind me is and then right next to the cafe area is where one of our electrical panels are, one of two, and you can just see that just slightly over my shoulder there. You know, Perry, you talk about the different platforms and how we're delivering our content. It brings to mind to me customer service, and you know, most businesses, you talk about, you know, customer service. Is it good service? Is it bad service? Is it just indifferent service? But our customers, which is our audience, we are constantly looking at ways to improve the programming in terms of content, but also in the quality of delivery. And that's what we have going for us with going digital, and then also being able to get this version of high definition. And of course, that's right.
Right. Well, it's a big part of what we can do, and our goal is, and Bruce, you're standing there, our goal is to put as much as we can in place prior to the move. Now, behind the scenes, we have two engineers, we have a very sharp young IT guy, and then a bunch of old guys like Bruce and I. We've been sitting down, strategizing, and planning the various stages of the move. The goal is not to go off the air, and that's a big goal. And so as much of equipment that we can install in advance is going to help achieve that goal. And the equipment that we're buying now is going to serve the Dove for years and years to come. This is a big move. And so I want people to kind of, if watching on the Dove TV, you can see the floor you're standing on. This floor is to die for. It's the perfect television floor. It's a concrete floor that has, I don't know, how many layers of epoxy paint on there, Bruce. You could ice skate on there.
You could, or I was thinking about getting some rollerblades and get a GoPro camera, and we could really have some fun, and we could watch Bruce fall down. Yeah, there you go. Behind you, pallets of cubicles. Now, you call them what, modular workstations? Modular workstations, because not only do we have the cubicle panels that separate each of the workstations, but they come with desk setup, filing cabinets, and with lighting, and also an electrical grid in each one of the cubicles, or each one of the workstations, I should say. And so it's not only does it look sharp, but it's efficient use of space, and it's just going to give us a better place to conduct our work. As you know, we've mentioned this many times: a size 12 foot in a size 8 shoe, and that's what we've been used to. And this really gives us that elbow room to become more efficient at what we do. And ultimately, again, it goes back to customer service, the end product that we deliver. Well, there they are in pallets. Those have been donated to the Dove. And I tell you, folks, they're almost brand new. And the company that donated them, thank you very much. You know who you are. In addition to that, they gave us all virtually brand new IT racks that are sitting in our IT room. 4 or 5 of those, and so there's a lot of stuff now starting to fall into place. And sometime next week we will start the process now of putting these things up and getting ready and setting the date. Thanks, Bruce. You're welcome. Go get that coffee pot filled up, will you? I'm on it. All right, there you go. All right, folks, the phone number is 776-5368. Let me give you a little bit. We're done? What happened here? Am I misreading something? What's going on here? I need to verify something here. So, but anyway, the phone number is 541-776-5368. Okay, let me take a quick break and we'll be right back. 776-5368. We'll be right back.
You can call the Dove right now at 541-776-5368 or make a secure online donation at our website at thedove.us. Again, the phone number is 541-776-5368. Thanks for your support.
Hi, I'm Paulina and I work at theDove TV. Did you know that when you support theDove TV, you have a profound impact, not only in our community, but around the world? It's your continued support that takes the inspiration and hope in the programs we produce and makes them available to the thousands of people who are watching these videos online every week. Help bring encouragement and hope to our valley and beyond by making a secure online donation today at our website, theDove.us.
Okay, we're back, and it's pretty exciting around here. The phones are ringing, and folks are taking advantage of a very generous offer that we've been given on a matching fund towards the TriCaster of $2,400. And if you would still like to call in to have your gift matched and doubled, basically, here's the phone number, 541-776-536. In fact, all the lines are lit up, and we'll give you an accounting here in just a moment. But Paulina, thanks some people over there.
We do. We have Arlene with a $500 gift. We want to thank you for that contribution. Another $500 came from Melody. Betty donated $600, and Rob called and pledged $1,000. All those are big and significant gifts. Doesn't mean that if you want to give something smaller, we won't take it, we will. So whatever it is that you can help us with, we'll take, whether it's big or small. Just call us, 541-776-5368. We have two operators here smiling and ready to take your call. And we are right now at this point, we're trying to raise money for a TriCaster.
A TriCaster. And what the TriCaster is, folks, it's the biggest piece of equipment that we need in advance of the move. And what it is, for those watching on the Dove TV, you'll see a picture of it. And well, it looks like a couple of computer screens and a switchboard. Basically, that's what it is. But what it is, it's going to take the television and put it into the high definition mode. It's going to upgrade us out of a software that has now become obsolete. And instead of running just 3 or 4 cameras, we'll be able to run 8 and maybe even double that with a little bit of attachment. So it'll be able to run multiple cameras all over the new building. And the quality of the Dove TV, the visual quality of the Dove TV just, well, it goes to HD. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, yeah.
And I know that for many years we've been a radio-only operation, and a lot of you out there, that's how you get the Dove, through the radio, and you may be thinking, well, TV is really not my thing. But we're on radio only, you know, in the series, we're expanding, but still we're not touching other states through the radio. It's the television, it's the Roku and YouTube and, you know, obviously social media that we're expanding through. And yesterday we had Patrick Doyle talk about all the letters he gets from all over the world. I've talked to some guests. I've had, you know, Father Seraphim mentioned Poland and Australia and other places. So even if you're a radio fan, think about how much more impact we can have through our television, and that's why we're trying to raise this money for a TriCaster, so that we can reach people outside Oregon, outside even the United States.
Well, and that's so true. And if you're listening wherever you are in the Dove Radio network, your involvement is just moving out beyond the walls of the Dove in ways that we never thought. You know, one of the things that the Dove does, and we really feel that it's part of our mission that God has given us, and that is to come alongside a lot of ministries out there that are doing unique work. We have Hearts with the Mission. We have Jackson County Right to Life. We have Cynthia Bright will be here in just a few moments from the Pregnancy Center. And let's see, Youth for Christ. I'm leaving some out, but we are very passionate about coming alongside of them and helping them to fulfill what God's called them to do by getting the word out. And one of our volunteers here this morning, Robin, who volunteers every time we open the door, she runs through it. And she has for years. And you also work, Robin, with Hearts with the Mission, Jackson County Right to Life, and you have been very active on this petition drive to stop taxpayer abortions. You've been out in parking lots.
I have.
So,
I have.
Tell us about how the Dove has helped where you work in these other areas.
Well, I've been sitting on the Hearts with a Mission board now for a little over 4 years. I've been on the Right to Life board for, I think, about 8 years.
Wow.
And anytime we have a need, and mention it to you, you support us with either time on the air, you interview Brian regularly, you announce our picket dates, our meeting dates. You gave us great promotion last week when we had the drive-through for the signature gathering to put this initiative on the ballot. you back us up.
Well,
it's great.
We are honored to do it, and you're Madam Volunteer all over the place here, and she's even here at the Dove working. Yep. So please pass on to Kevin and all of your folks there at Hearts with the Mission. We are honored to partner with you guys and what you're doing over there and the services that you provide. I'll never forget building that place.
Oh, yes.
You know, now we're experiencing that. You went through.
I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll bring my broom and my
there you go.
And help you out.
And Jackson County Right to Life and all the things going on. Well, thank you. I know you're praying for them and praying for us today, and you're praying for a special gift here today.
I am. The Lord laid it on my heart that there's someone out there who has $35,000 he or she can put toward this equipment that we need, and I just believe that that person needs to hear that, yes, that figure was put in your mind from the Lord.
Okay, there you go. And thank you, Robin, and thanks for being here today. All right, the phone number is 776-5368. We have this unique challenge going on of somebody that has given us a $2,400 matching gift to help us with this piece of equipment called a TriCaster. My goal, my prayer this morning was, when I came in early this morning, I said, Lord, could we possibly take care of the TriCaster within the next hour or so, and we're well on our way of doing that. So if you've been thinking about and praying about helping us, your gift will be doubled. The phone number is 776-5368, 776-5368, and thank you to the person who gave us this matching gift. I'm not going to mention your name because I don't know if you want me to or not, so I'm not going to do that out of respect, but you know who you are, and I want to say thank you so very, very, very much. You are making the phones ring. So we got 2 lines available. We'd love to hear from you. So if you've been praying about helping us with this would be a great time, and when these matching gifts come in, we take them right away and we get them on the air. Here's the number, 541-776-5368. We'd love to hear from you, and we need to hear from you, right, Paulina?
Yes, we do. We have, like you said, 2 lines available, and volunteers eager to pick up the phone. Now, I have 2 carols to thank. Each one called with a $25 gift from 2 different carols from different towns with the same gift. So thank you both. And as far as the TriCaster go, what the thought I had when we were showing it to you in our control room when Steve was giving the overviews, that most of those guys sitting behind the board right now, those are the ones who came through the internship program we had, and actually some other people there that started kind of as just a trainee and then evolved into a full-time or essential person in the control room. And this is something that you have a very passion for, and we all have a passion for here, and this is why we won the TriCaster. This is why we won the building, is to train more of people like this. And like you said, if they want to go somewhere else to work, that's fine, but hopefully they'll stay with us.
Well, the Lord really dealt with me several years ago, and I won't give the whole story, but when the Lord puts something in your hand like this, we have a tendency to grip it and make it ours, and you can't give out of that hand because you gripped it. And so the hard way, the Lord showed me, when I put something in your hand, I want you to hold it with an open hand, because there's a time I want you to come and put it into somebody else's hand so I can put something fresh into your hand. And if you grip it, he can't give out of a closed hand, and he can't give into a closed hand. And so out of that came a passion for me. I remember when I was a young guy getting into this business and how I grew in it and come to love it. And the Lord just kind of put in my heart, there's others too. And so a lot of these young people that are in the control room making what's happening on the air work right now are young people too that came in as under an internship program. And so our goal is to have a constant internship program going on with high school and college students. They can come in here, get the feel for it, learn it. Maybe they'll be called of God to go into this kind of work and service, at least of which they can go back into their church and become the media experts within their church. Who knows? But what was so refreshing to me is the Christians are finally taking over the arts again. We're taking back media. We're taking back art. We're taking back theater. We're taking back movies. It's wonderful to see this happen. And all of these are tools and vehicles to share the gospel. So one of our great goals when we move into this new building and get these pieces of equipment is immediately start training students on it so that they too can be used of the Lord. Polina, what do you got?
Well, we have a special gift from Sacramento from Peggy for Ruby. And her comment was, Perry and Steve looked cute. Well, just think about it. When we get a TriCaster.
That's from my mother-in-law.
When we get a TriCaster, they're not just going to look cute. They're going to be handsome. So help us with the TriCaster.
Is it Peggy or does it say Ruby on there?
It says Peggy for Ruby.
For Ruby. Okay, well, there you go. Well, I always tell my mother-in-law, out of 5 girls, thanks for the pick of the litter. There we go. All right, 28 now past the. I'd love to hear from you. Hey, 3 empty lines. This can't happen. Yeah, they're all caffeinated up, ready to take your calls. Here's the phone number, 776-5368. Will you be the next to call? Your gift could be matched, 776-5368. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. Give us a call, okay?
You can call the Dove right now at 541-776-5368 or make a secure online donation at our website at theDove.us. Again, the phone number is 541-776-5368. Thanks for your support.
Hi, I'm Daniel and I work at theDove TV. You know, compared to Portland, Seattle, and LA, Medford might be considered a small market, but at theDove, we're excited about the opportunity to make a big impact right here in our community. And you help make that happen. Did you know that more than 90% of our income comes from people like you? You can help us now by making a secure online donation at our website, theDove.us, or by phoning 541-776-5368.
Okay, we're back, and the phone number now is 776-5368, and if you want to call and help us buy that piece of equipment, your dollars are being matched, and we'd love to hear from you. The phone number is 541-776-5368. Well, one of the folks that we love partnering with, and we just love as a person, is Cindy Bright. Now, this woman's got more energy than any one woman should be allowed to have, but she has it, and she heads up the Rogue Valley Pregnancy Center, and does a wonderful work. I love working with her on her diaper drives and wipey drives and any other kind of drives you have.
That's true.
I love the crib out on the corner and the people driving by throwing diapers in it.
You're there for everything, that's for sure.
Well, nice to see you. How you doing, kiddo?
Thank you. Nice to see you too.
What's going on?
Doing great. Well, the Pregnancy Center is certainly busier than ever. We have a whole large group of volunteers now that are mentoring women, and so with new volunteers comes a whole new group of women and men that we can serve. Yeah. And just this week we have 49 appointments. Whoa. And we're only open 24 hours a week, and we're very thrilled to have another volunteer training coming up in a week, because we still have some open hours. Okay. So I'm letting you know on KDove, because this is what KDove does for us. KDove allows us as a grassroots ministry to come on and talk to people not only in our community now, but across the nation. And when we do not receive government funding at any level, local, state, national, then we need our community to know the opportunities that they have and the new programs that we're doing. And we have actually, it's kind of amazing, all of a sudden we have a check from Kentucky or Minnesota. Really? And we're thinking, who? So we start networking with our volunteers. Do you know these people? And I think it's because they believe that protecting the life of the unborn and offering the gift of salvation, which is the gospel, to their parents, and giving them time to accept Christ into their heart, to open that door and invite him in, is so important that they support us wherever they live.
Well, that's one reason why I love what they do. They're not only saving babies, they're saving families, and they're actually getting people saved into the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And all of this is happening through various dynamics of people's lives. When they find themselves in an unplanned pregnancy, they find themselves at Cindy's doorstep and her great staff working with them. And you help moms, you help dads, you share the gospel, you help them with their babies, you help them birth the babies, you help them after the babies.
We do. We follow them for a year. And one of a new program that has started is the Forgiven and Set Free. And that is for women who have had an abortion in the past. And they still feel such a weight and a heaviness in their heart. Mm-hmm. And they need someone to talk to. And I'll never forget when I just started as a volunteer years ago, we had a woman who was 85 years old go through our program. She had called the director, and she had talked with her many, many times. And finally, they met and they went through the entire Forgiven and Set Free Bible study, which is 11 weeks.
At 85?
85. She passed away within a year.
Wow.
Is that like awesome? Give me that.
and her heart was her
heart. And
you know, I've interviewed a couple of guys that have gone through this with their wives. Mm-hmm. And it's life changing.
Yes.
Life changing. Well, that's the other thing they provide is just set-free counseling for those who have gone through an abortion and the weight they carry. And I tell you what, when you see somebody that's been freed from that, and Cindy, you see it all the time, but when you see somebody that's been freed for that, it's just unbelievable. So.
They look different. Their eyes are different. Yeah. Their attitude, the way they approach life, their head is higher. And we had a phone call after one of my appearances on your show.
Yeah.
And she was so darling. So first of all, we have a helpline. So I have to call the helpline and say, I'm going on the Dove tomorrow. Yeah. So please be available for the phone calls. This is what I'm talking about. So she has an idea.
Yeah.
So we were talking about Forgiven and Set Free. So this woman was driving from Shady Cove, and she was listening, and she said she started to cry, and she had to pull off the road. And the reason was she had been disobedient to what God had been calling her to do, and that was to contact us and to be a part of this class.
Wow.
And so, praise God, the woman who had the helpline, isn't this the way he works, was one of our facilitators in the class.
Wow.
So she was able to touch her heart just through her compassion of experience and understanding.
Awesome. All right, so what's the helpline number?
772-1921.
772.
1921.
All right, 1921.
Yes.
All right, and let me just encourage you that if you're listening today and this is starting to touch and work in your heart, give that. It's totally confidential, and it's just so much love you can't handle it. So give them a call, and if you've been struggling with this, Cindy, I just want you to know we love you guys. We're honored to work with you. I believe 1,000% in what you're doing over there. What's your greatest need today?
Our greatest need today is that we would have volunteers again step forward to become mentors. The mentoring program helps women from pregnancy into parenting, and right now we have several 14-year-olds. I mean, my daughter at 14 was nowhere near to be a parent, nor was she in a position to take care of herself, let alone, you know,
a child,
of a child. So we help them navigate junior high school. Two of them are in junior high school. And then we help them stay in school. We help them progress into making good changes. We have one young lady right now who is interested in adoption, praise the Lord. So she's working with a local adoption agency, and we're just very excited. We're going to be doing GED classes for our girls who cannot afford the daytime to go to GED classes, nor afford the cost. So we have partnered, and we will be doing those for our girls.
Okay, and if they want to volunteer, what do they do?
They call us at 541-772-1921, and we'll get you started on that.
772-1921. Well, Cindy, thank you, and keep up the good work. And you know, anytime you got something going, you come on over here and let us help.
That's right, and thank you. Thank you that not only you're in the valley now, but you've broadened. You're over on the coast, and I think people are being touched and healed and moved closer to the Lord because of your ministry.
Thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
I love your new do.
It's a lot of face.
I had to say that. All right. 776-5368 is the number. 541-776-5368. And again, if you want to help us with this piece of equipment, whatever the Lord's leading you to do, when you support the Dove, you're supporting other ministries, because our job is to help them become successful.
Amen.
So 776-5368. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back.
You can call the Dove right now at 541-776-5368 or make a secure online donation at our website at theDove.us. Again, the phone number is 541-776-5368. Thanks for your support.
Hi, I'm Paula, and I work at the Dove TV. Every day we get letters and emails from people who've been encouraged, blessed, and challenged by the programs on the Dove TV. But we couldn't do it without you. Did you know that more than 90% of our income comes from people like you? You can help us continue to bring inspiration and hope to our community by making a secure online donation at our website, theDove.us, or call us at 541-776-5368.
Okay, we're back, and got a lot going on here today, and we just been given another $1,000 matching gift. Now, thank you for all of you who helped us with the $2,400. Thank you. That was accomplished, but somebody said, look, I want you to help meet your goal by the end of the hour, which we're trying to raise the funds to buy this piece of equipment called the TriCaster HD television switcher. So another $1,000 matching gift has just been put into the system by somebody who called just a little while ago. That means if you've been waiting, your gift to the Dove right now will be doubled. So please call now. The phone number is 776-5368. We have Robin and Paula and Elizabeth. They are all here. Look at these pretty ladies waiting to take your call. They would rather be on the phone than sipping coffee. So here's the phone number, 776-5368. So we have another $1,000 matching gift. Folks, this is wonderful. And it's just one of those God things that happens. And for us to get the funds to, thank you for that call, to purchase this piece of equipment in advance of the move is significant. And the phone number is 541-776-5368. There's a picture of it there on the screen, those watching on the Dove TV. It's a lot of high-tech equipment, but it upgrades the Dove TV to HD, which is very, very important. And it'll help us to add more cameras, but most importantly, when the internship program cranks back up, these students are going to be trained on the very best that there is out there. So thank you. Again, up to $1,000, your gift is going to be doubled. 776-5368. Hi, Paulina.
Hey, and
pretty exciting.
Yes, with the TriCaster, it's not like it's something optional. We have to have it. We can't complete the move. We can't start the operation in the new building unless we get the TriCaster. And after we get TriCaster, we're going to take care of some other things. But right now, it's been our goal and our prayer that we do take care of this $40,000 TriCaster by the end of this hour.
Okay.
So give us a call now, especially because if you call in the next few minutes, whatever you pledge is going to be doubled.
All right, now what's happening, folks, is out at the new Dove building. We're going to be calling it the Dove Live Media Center, the new home, the permanent home. After 30 years of running our own home, is Steve Johnson standing out in front of it. Hello, big guy.
Yeah, hi. It's great to be out here at the Dove Live Media Center. And I wanted to show once again the outside of all of this because we've talked about some very much needed specific items, including the one that you're mentioning right now that people can call in to help support with the matching funds that are available at 776-5368. But I kind of wanted to give the perspective once again that this is going to be the whole center. It's what you mentioned, it being the Live Media Center for all that activity that will help us broaden the signal, both radio and TV, throughout Oregon and beyond. I mean, it would be great if we could blanket first the northwest part. And
Amen.
I know that our listeners and viewers have really caught on to that particular vision. And that's why I wanted to be out here this morning, just to give you an idea that this is a tangible thing. It is happening, and it's amazing how technology can be used in such an effective way. And through your support of the Dove, you're able to make that happen.
Well, you're standing at what's going to be the new entrance to the Dove Live Media Center. And as you go in there, when we get it all done, we'll do a video tour, and then we'll do an open house. But that is going to be the entryway into it. It's a great big building that has been made available to us, and it's perfect in so many ways. And I have to tell you, folks, for 5 years I've been looking for buildings. I've looked at 53 buildings in 5 years, and I don't know how many offers that I made. For various reasons, none of them came together. And I have to tell you, I was basically, well, the staff will tell you, I was pretty discouraged. In fact, I was embarrassed to tell them that I was looking at another building. I gave up on it. And then this fell into our lap, and it's all come together. In fact, today is a significant day on some of the legal matters that will be cleared up today, thank God. And starting next week, we'll start actually working inside there. So pretty nice out there, Steve. You can have a little canopy out there and have your coffee outside now.
I was thinking this would be a perfect place for that on a morning like this. I'll tell you, you can't complain about the weather for not supporting the Dove today. That's for sure.
Okay, what's that?
No, well, I was gonna say we're gonna see the inside today too.
Are you gonna slip back inside?
You know what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking a video, and we want to get up close and personal with some of the stuff we've been showing you from a wider perspective. Okay. So we'll have that ready for you tomorrow, so you can actually see some of those things that we've been talking about.
And then we'll post that on the website for those listening on radio. Will be able to go to the website and see it as well. Yeah. Thanks, Steve.
Okay.
All right, good to see you. All right, there it is. That's live in front of the new Dove Live Media Center. And I'm telling you, we are excited about this. I mean, this is, well, let me just give you a little perspective. We moved in here 10 years ago. We thought we would be in here about a year and a half. Mm-hmm. Now, remember when we moved in here, this is 2,800 square feet. We're crammed in here. And we had one radio station. Here we are 10 years later. We have 4 full-power radio stations, 6 translators. We have 3 more translators to build this year. And we added television to the mix, all in this space. This room that we're broadcasting from at one time was my office. And then I got cut down, and then it was an office of 3 people. And then I got shoved into a corner, and this became the television studio.
No, I remember I was interviewed in this room for the job, and then they took me to your office, which is not even part of this building anymore.
Right.
I mean, so many has changed in the last few years. It's just amazing.
It's amazing. But here we are, and God has provided, and we are so excited. Well, here's where we are, folks. We are asking the Lord, through you, to help us purchase a very much needed piece of equipment. It's called a TriCaster HD television switcher. Now, Steve earlier showed you a picture of it inside the control room. For those watching on the Dove TV, there is a video or a still picture of what it looks like. It looks like a couple of computer screens and a big fancy board with a lot of colored buttons on it, and then a box that it's the brain, it's the hard drive that runs it all. This is a significant upgrade, and let me tell you why we have to do it. Those of you that do anything with IT work, you'll know that Windows XP, I think it was, or some of the software now is not being supported anymore. And once you have trouble, you can't get supported anymore. And so that's been a huge change in the computer world. Well, our current switcher is in that era. And we're doing fine, we're operating fine. In fact, that switcher that we're using now will be used just fine for some post-production work in the future. But the industry's moved on, and we have to upgrade to HD. And by being high definition, it helps us with our negotiation with the satellite companies, which is significant. That would increase the footprint. And we're running about 4 cameras in here. The new switcher will be able to run about 8 cameras, and then with another little addendum down the road, we'll be able to double that. So we'll be able to run all the cameras in the building off of one switcher, and it'll be a significant opportunity for students to come in and be trained on the very latest technology. So that's why we're asking you to help us with this. And so whatever you give, up to the matching gift, it will be doubled. And that number is 541-776-5368. So if you've been praying about it, your gift will be doubled. Here's the number, 776-5368. What do you got there?
Well, first I want to just talk about the TriCaster a little more. That so many times we get phone call or talk to people in person, and they ask, how do we get you on Dish Indirect? Yeah. What can we do? Who can we write? Because a lot of people do want to get TV, and they can't because we're not on Dish Indirect. And you mentioned that because of this TriCaster, this may be possible. It will be very real for us to get on those platforms. Mm-hmm. There's really going to be no excuses for them not to put us.
Well, we hope. Well, I have to tell you, and just kind of add to what you're saying there, that if you remember, quite some time ago, we asked you to sign a petition, and I think we had 1,200 on one petition and 1,000 on the other, and that was all done within a couple of days. Mm-hmm. We hand-delivered those petitions to those two companies, and they were impressed, so no question about it. The NRB, since they've given us 2 national awards in the 4 years that we've been on the air, we've won the Station of the Year nationwide twice. And this year, 2014, we are NRB Station of the Year. Well, all of that helps with the negotiation. Then the last hurdle they threw at us was, well, you're not HD. Everything that's on cable these days or on satellite, for the most part, is HD. Well, we couldn't argue that point. But now that will be cleared up. And we really do want to get on those platforms, even though there's a lot of discussion about where all that's going, satellite delivery. We don't care about that. We just want to increase the footprint so we can get the gospel into many homes as we possibly can. And right now, we just signed on, a week ago, to Channel 41 in Bend. Other cable systems in the state are looking about carrying the Dove TV. So there's a lot going on. By upgrading to HD, it really helps with that. What do you got?
And, well, I want to read something that I think a lot of people can relate to, a little testimony that we got from one of the listeners that called and contributed to the matching. She says, we're such a blessing with the Dove, and every radio in the house is on. So they do like the volume. And another thing she said was, Perry is something. So I'm going to tell to all of you out there.
I am something.
If you think
a lot of people tell me that.
If you think Perry is something, give us a call in the next 5 minutes. We want to know how many of you out there think that Perry is something. And we are trying to raise money. It all goes back to TriCaster. So we have a matching gift, still working towards it. So give us a call, and whatever you donate is going to be doubled.
All right, the phone number is 776-5368, and thank you for those. All right, let's look. We got Robin and Paula and Elizabeth doing nothing. No. Smile, ladies, you're on TV. You're being seen all over the world right now. There you go. And so let's get them busy. 541-776-5368. Your gift will double up to $1,000, 776-5368. We'd love to hear from you, and it's all for this piece of equipment. If we can get this taken care of this morning, oh, what a huge blessing, because I'd like to, by faith, to maybe call the company and order that maybe today or tomorrow and get that on the way, because it's about a 2 to 3 week delivery. And once it's here, we'll install it and get it up and going. All of this is so that when we physically move from one building to the other, thank you for those calls, we won't lose any airtime. All right, 541-776-5368. 541. Look at that, all three. You folks, you guys are wonderful. Thank you. We do have a couple lines out there in another room. We can keep you busy with that. And again, Paulina, they can go online too, huh?
They can go online to theDove.us, and it's secure and it's fast at your convenience. There is a button that you can't miss. So go online to theDove.us. You can donate here. You can give us a call at 541-776-5368. And Perry, I wanted to ask you something that Steve mentioned, and we've been saying it's the Dove Live Media Center.
That's what we're going to call the new home.
What does it mean? What are we going to have there besides radio and TV?
Well, we're going to do some live broadcasting from there, more than we're just the morning show. Part of that is we're going to do audience shows. We're going to start syndicating some programming out of there. And if you think about it, everything that we do there will be instant on all the digital platforms. So it's going to be a lively place. We're going to do live broadcasting, and it's going to have real live people in it.
Great. Well,
life's going to take place there.
It's a big building. I've been there once, and can't wait to see what it looks like now and what it's going to look like when we move in. But it's got a lot of space. Yesterday we saw Bruce rolling around in the chair. Steve was talking about rollerblades, skating there. Well, I promise if we get money for the TriCaster in the next 5 minutes, we're going to do a roller skating competition there.
Well, there you go.
So you got 5 minutes.
On chairs or something like that, on roller chairs. Well, I tell you what, going from 2,800 square feet to about 8,000 square feet, now that's quite a jump. But what's neat about it is that where the television studio is going to be, the 26-foot ceiling, folks, it's just ideal. It's just ideal for TV. Where we're putting the radio studios and the company, they wanted to remain anonymous, but a company has donated virtually brand new cubicles. They are beautiful, and they're sitting on pallets in there. They'll be assembled in a temporary place, and then when we finish remodeling, they'll be moved. And that same company also donated to us some equipment racks for our IT room. They are just gorgeous. It's to die for. IT racks that our engineer, he looked in there and he goes, man, this is perfect. So a lot's going on in addition to what we're doing here. So thank you for your calls. We do have a couple of lines available, 776-5368, 776-5368. You're getting all kinds of notes. You want to
Yes, I wanted to thank Vicki for a $50 donation. I want to thank Michael and Chris also with a $50 gift, and this goes here in hope that we'll be on DirecTV. So these people really want us there. And finally, Craig donated and pledged $100 because Perry is something.
I hope that's in a good way, because I get it the other way.
Who cares?
Okay.
You're something.
Okay, yeah, so are you.
Hey, if I'm
and
something,
so are our ladies over here. Elizabeth, thank you for coming in. Paula and Robin, thank you for giving up your morning to be here. We're going to switch over to programming, but you're going to hear us throughout the day on radio and television. And please pray about what the Lord would have you to do. We'll give you an update here throughout the day of what the Lord is doing through you. But thank you so much. The phone number is 776-5368. Don't take from your church. Don't take from any other ministry. But if the Lord's calling you to partner with the Dove, give us a call anytime throughout the day. Or if it's more convenient, you can go online at theDove.us, and right at the top is that button that says Help Move the Dove. Thanks for your calls. Thanks for your support. Keep praying for us. We got a way to go. We'll end this tomorrow afternoon, okay? See you in a little bit.
Well, we still have some time to talk, so...
We do?
Yes, we do.
What happened? I thought we ended at 27.
No, we have a couple minutes to go,
wow.
so please give us a call.
Where's my donut? Where's my coffee?
And, well, since you're talking about the end, we'll do like here in the phone. So let's do, instead of the going away music, we'll
So you want to know how live this is? I just made a huge mistake. That's
it wasn't
how
that
live
huge. It was only 2.5 minutes off.
That's why they call me something around here. Anyway, all right, well, we still got some time left. We got 2 lines available, 776-5368. And or online at theDove.us. Sorry about that. I thought we were
no, that's okay. But now you've practiced the ending. Now you already know what you're going to say at the end.
Let me tell you the scripture that holds us all together here. It's found in Romans 10:20, and you can also find it in Isaiah 61. And it's the scripture the Lord dropped in my heart quite a few years ago as to what happens here at the Dove on a regular basis. Listen to this scripture. It says, I was found by those who were not seeking me, and I manifested myself to those who did not ask. How in the world does that happen? People are surfing the dial. They come into the Dove, radio or TV. They're not even seeking the Lord, and they hear something or view something that sparks their heart, sparks their interest, and they're not even asking the Lord to manifest himself to them, and he does. It's the miracle it's the miracle that we experience here every day, and that's what's happening. And that's what God called us to do. So we just want to be an alternative to the nonsense. that's out there.
Alternative to the nonsense, and also the missionaries and the evangelists that I think every Christian has that in their heart, and it's our calling. And because of the Dove, because of our ministry, we can't do that. We can minister to people outside our immediate area. So when you call us at 541-776-5368, that's exactly what you do in helping us minister.
That's right, and you're becoming a media missionary along with us. And so thanks anyway. Sorry about that little goof up earlier. But
that's okay, but now it's for real. We're going to say bye and we'll be back.
Okay, it's going on throughout the day. We'll take a quick break. Great programming coming up. 2 lines available right now, 776-5368 or online at theDove.us. Thanks all of you who have called so far. Blessings to you. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Hi, I'm Jim and I work at the Dove TV. Every weekday between 6 and 8 a.m., our award-winning news and sports team bring you the best morning show around. It's live, it's honest, and it's a whole lot of fun. And you help make it happen. Did you know that more than 90% of our income comes from people like you? You can help us continue to air local programs that share your voice by making a secure online donation at our website, theDove.us.